Well played. Well played. You did. You know, it's a little thing. I have to stress the creativity because it's so important. You have such a creative legend. So utilize that. I want you to shoot people from angles that they don't. You know, if they see an Octane, you know, ground level, use that jump pad to just take height. You know, use that jump pad to just shoot from an angle where they wouldn't expect you to shoot from.
Yeah, yeah.
Well played.
Oof. We got this.
You do.
Masters for
100%.
sure this season.
You got it. You just got to keep grinding.
Yeah, the giveaway was at the beginning of the stream. There was a giveaway, yeah. I think I announced it on TikTok and on Twitch, and in the Discord. We'll do another one. There'll be another one coming up soon, probably. With how fast we're growing on TikTok.
Let's go for a ride.
I woke up at 1:30. I almost did that. Love that cost. Dude, there's like an influx of caustics right now.
With its help, we will too.
More so than like Watson.
Yeah, and that's my thing too, is like, you know, even though Caustic didn't have much in the patch notes, like, he's still pretty broken, you know?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
You know, yeah, I think he's good to utilize.
I was surprised how many people thought that Wraith isn't, like, the best legend in the game.
As long as she has a portal, she's always going to be used in top tier lobbies.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
It's okay.
Let's wait here. Here we go. Let's go this
drop.
way. Going to check out over there. Let's explore this way.
Really?
Man, you're loving the Havocs, huh?
No, I don't like the Havoc at all, actually. It's one of my least favorite guns. When it has the turbocharger, it's amazing. I love it. But pre-turbocharger, it's just like, it's impossible to hit anything with it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the flatline, though.
It's go time. First fatality. Let the game begin. Using grapple.
I think this team's gonna play really passively.
It's all good.
I slept through my alarm. Thought the king has risen from TikTok. I wish,
Hell yeah.
dude. We're like 4,000 followers away from even like the creator fund.
Go faster. Hit the objective. Barrel stabilizer here.
Also, utilizing this time to be very conscious of where your team's at and what characters are where.
Recharging shields.
Sure. Yo, Scotty Lightyear with the 4 raid. Thank you, dude. Welcome, everybody. We're doing some coaching with Fever 9 right now. He's currently Season 6, number 3 Wraith in the world. Helping us out.
Ultimate Phoenix, get here.
It's my job.
Zipline deployed.
Is this your first time coaching, or have you done other coaching sessions with people yet?
Oh, I've done a lot in my day.
Ultimate
A lot.
Friends, I'm going to loot here.
All different characters too, man. Like, it's so fun. Like, I love helping people and educating, and you know, that's what I'm all about. That's like kind of how I build my brand, off like education and stuff, you know.
Phoenix, get
Oh,
here.
that's pretty sick.
Hell yeah.
How often do you get to do it?
What, coaching?
Yeah.
Like once a week.
Oh, nice, nice.
1 minute
Yeah.
until a nearby ring closes.
You don't stream the coaching sessions, though?
I do not. Yeah, they're usually private because people for a lot of reasons. Like, people like there's a lot of people that aren't like as open as you are. I mean, you're probably the most open person to it. But believe it or not, like people, it kind of confuses me because like there's a lot of people that you know, sort of like get embarrassed by it for some reason, and they kind of like want it to be more of a private thing. But you know, I always tell people it's like it's no different than getting coaching and like, you know, piano lessons or stuff. Like when you start something new and you want to get better, it just makes sense. And you know, I think one day like what's gonna end up happening is that coaching in video games and education in video games is gonna be so much like more, I guess, I don't know what the word is, like just more like accepted.
Oh,
but,
for sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think esports is still growing, so we have like that. We have like
there's a lot of egos too, you know.
Still happening.
People, yeah, exactly.
Backpack here. Level 2.
Actually, speaking of ego, I made a TikTok about that yesterday, I think.
What,
like,
ego in gaming?
Yeah, because a lot of people will be like, you know, what rank are you, how many kills do you have, and if it's less than whatever they are, they just disregard whatever it is they say. And I'm like, that's kind of a ridiculous mindset. If you think about like football or basketball, where people spend tons and tons of time analyzing a sport and giving their opinion about it, no one disregards that opinion just because they're not a professional. It's only in esports where you have that kind of like, if you're not as good as me, I'm not even gonna bother.
100%. I completely agree. And it's a really good way to put it too, because it's like, you know, everybody's playing the same game, and everybody's gonna have opinions. But it's, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, if you want to get better, if you want to hit your goals, and like, you know, there's people. The thing that I like about esports now is like it's getting to the point where people can make careers out of this. So I think that's even more of a reason to like.
Someone just got respawned. Right there.
Amigos, let's go here.
But we're really spread out.
Explore this way.
I don't think we're gonna go for this.
Yeah, play with your. Excuse me. Play with your team.
Alright, it's hard to play with the team when they're like. I mean, look. I'm in the middle. If he gets hit right now, like, he's on his own. I think how he coaches is he sees your gameplay and critiques it. I mean, yeah, that's kind of, you know, that's what you do.
Who's ready to fly on a zipline? I am.
I mean, that's even like what football players do, right? Like, you play a game, and then part of the coaching the next week is they watch the VOD of the game, and the coach critiques what you guys did wrong, and then you work on that throughout the week, and you come back next week and do the same thing again. Which is why we'll be back next week. I think the same time, yeah.
Yeah,
we'll
same
see
time,
how much
same
improved.
time.
I feel good on loot. I want to fight people. But our team is...
Yep, just play with your team. You're doing a great job.
Huge tip. Pro coaching tip, play Wraith. Thanks, Scotty. It's a great tip. It's working for you really well, hard second D4, isn't it?
I found a vault key if anyone wants to carry it.
The heck is there a
Friends, I've got a vault key. A champion just fell. They must not be very good. Watch out for the new kill leader, friend.
Cell here.
Actually, I'm hard sec D3. Oh, my bad, dude. Because of what you were just talking about? Oh, yeah. Big egos.
Oh look, someone wandered into our safe space.
Firing on subjects. Getting shot at. Gas trap deployed. Take a deep breath.
Round 2. Countdown.
Arc star out.
What do you think is over here?
Getting shot at.
Attention. Delivering.
Charging up my shields.
Nice shots. Keep your height until you get at least one knock.
Shields.
Oh, it looks like you just got moved, actually.
Taking fire.
This dude wants to watch out.
Reload. Target spotted.
Knocked one, last one right here.
We've got company.
Wow.
Nailed that whole
That ain't
squad.
good,
Beautiful.
right?
I confess.
No, good job. Just got the kill.
Sergeant,
Well played.
Who's ready to fly on a zip line? I am. 1 minute.
Administering medical aid. Death box here.
full team. Ah,
It's a good game for you so far. You have KP, and you have 8 squads left. That's good.
There it is, that's what I was looking for.
Team, I found the next ring location for us. Check your maps. Might be something good this way.
I don't see a lot of Pathfinders anymore. You see Pathfinders up in Pred?
No, not really.
They're
They
replaced by
exist.
like
They're there.
Lifelines and like Caustics and Watsons.
It's just Wraith Bloodhound and then a filler. So like Wraith Bloodhound,
Pathfinder
Caustic,
sucks,
Wraith
though. I
Bloodhound.
agree. People didn't
Yeah.
like that when I said it in the tier list though.
What?
Pathfinder sucks.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not that he sucks, it's just like there's like better alternatives to him now, you know? But like pretty much the meta in like Pred right now is just Wraith, Bloodhound, and then a filler.
Is
So whether
the
it be like-
Revenant Crypto Wraith still a thing?
No, you don't see
It
that
died?
as much.
Zip line deployed.
Yeah, no, it's literally just Wraith Bloodhound and the filler.
Use that.
So it could be like Wraith Bloodhound Revenant, it could be Wraith Bloodhound Caustic, Wraith Bloodhound
Yo, we should
Gibby,
def check out that care
you know,
package.
literally just any like filler character.
I need energy ammo.
Anybody need batteries?
Wraith Bloodhound Crypto, stuff like that. That's what I see a lot, but you pretty much need a Bloodhound because Bloodhound can scam beacons, and
Well, Crypto can scan
know,
him instantly.
correct, yeah, he can scam beacons, and then you know, just in fights, like having like kind of Bloodhound's range and stuff, and his wall hacks and his ult is ridiculous.
I need a hop up. Turbo
But Crypto definitely goes hard this season. He's got a lot of incredible sort of benefits to him that makes him super viable.
If it works, it works. It's a thing, man. Don't fix something if it's not broken.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
Lucky us, we are already inside the ring.
Attention. Delivering
You've been a
replicator.
Wraith main since like day one, right?
Incoming replicator.
Yeah, I've been a Wraith main for a long time. I went through all of her nerfs.
Team,
You know, I've
The
really been
latest
through
one
it.
wasn't really a nerf. You got a speed boost.
I consider it a buff. I consider it a huge buff, but people consider it a nerf.
I
love
considered
her
it a
new Q.
change. I didn't think it was a nerf or a buff. It's just different.
who's ready to fly
Yeah,
on
it's
the
just
zip
different.
line?
And my big thing about it is the fact that I can see people in my queue is everything to me.
Huge. Wasn't it like
That's
that? It
all.
was like that day one too, wasn't it?
Hold this down,
What,
boys.
seeing people in the queue?
Hold this building down. Hold
Yeah,
this
seeing
down.
people in queue was a thing like the first week or so when it came out.
No, yeah, you can't see you couldn't see anybody until now. That's like the newest like sort of vibe.
Was it the
And like,
you could see
extra
race in
utility?
phase then? I could have sworn you could have seen something.
I'm trying to remember. I think you are right. There is something that you could have seen, but you definitely can like track enemies and stuff like that in queue.
I can't do
But, like now you
rounds.
can literally like just track enemies and stuff, you know.
There it is. Oh no!
Yeeted.
Whoops. Okay. Well, this I've put myself in a bad spot now.
Level 2.
Okay, there we go. I don't want somebody else to be able to do that though. I think the door
I
bounce
think
is
this
something I want to
corner
learn
spot's
next.
probably a better spot to hold,
Oh yeah, it's fun.
where the blue backpack is.
Do you miss the zip lines being the way they were back when Dizzy?
Yeah, I do. Because I used to do that. I used to do that all the time.
I could literally only do it in that one building, and I think it was because there was walls blocking it.
Yeah, it's just practice. A good place to practice that in the firing range. Cause like because there isn't walls, like you could just like use the vertical as it. But people think it's like not useful now, but you could still get a lot of use out of 3 zipline bounces if you do it like practically.
Great. Setting up a zipline. Target over there.
Oh, there we go. That's what I was waiting for. Hell yeah,
Care
Pathfinder.
package. Sweet.
Firing. Reloading. Enemy spotted.
Oh crap. Really? Okay. Well, this is
Let's
horrible.
go this way.
Oh, that sucks.
Grappling. Enemy over there.
Subject spotted. Second squad is firing at us.
This dude's almost
Let's go over
cracked.
here.
Nice shots, bro.
Enemy spotted.
Round 4.
You got a new team coming. I'm going over to Pathy. Oh, Path. Wow, I can't be mad at Path for that. That's my fault.
I just saw it like right after you said it.
Charging shields. Come on.
Adding gas trap. Trap is set. Data soon to fall.
I hate when that happens, but I don't feel like I can blame my teammate for it. Like, he's literally just trying to help kill the dude. It's just, like, really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Target over there. Target over there.
We chilling, we chilling. Oh, he's one.
Nice shots on that guy on the roof. Well played.
We're going? We're going!
16 flush, 16 flush.
There's a whole other team here. I'd rather be back where we were. I don't think he's flash. I think that's a revenant ult. Bad aim.
Check your minimap.
Recharging
It is a revenant ult. It's not, looks like it's top line.
Back up, guys, back up. You guys are literally like in the middle of everything.
Charging shields.
Heads up. We're not alone. Taking fire.
13.
Charging up. I'm taking fire, friends. Opening fire on the enemy. Great. Already inside the ring. Reloading. Recharging shields.
subject down.
Contact with target. Down that one.
Beautiful.
Reloading.
Fuck, dude, there's like 3 squads here.
Let me up!
Where? I've added a variable.
Grenade, watch out.
Taking damage.
Reloading.
We're down one. I'm incapacitated.
Mira.
My vision is clear. Subject spotted. My vision is clear.
Beautiful shots, Frags.
Oh! The stream is lagging really bad
Beautiful.
for me. It might be because I'm streaming to Discord as well.
It's not lagging on my end, so you should be alright. Beautiful shot. Alright, we have a very fun VOD to review.
Okay,
so
I'm
we're gonna
gonna-
review this whole thing.
That was sick. That ending was good. My team got downed a lot at the end, and then I was in a bad spot as well.
Oh, no way.
Because I had to stop the recording in order to get the VOD, and then start it, and I accidentally pressed end stream instead of the record. Okay, we want to start at the beginning of this VOD?
Yeah, go ahead and let me get past these ads first so I could give you some change, and then I'll be with you.
Let's see.
What I want you to do is, like, while I'm in these ads, just go ahead and go to that first fight. That was in that little, like, kind of like ravine area. I
Yeah,
don't know.
almost there. My bad, dudes. I accidentally ended the stream. That's my fault. I hope you're still here when you get back. All right, this is where it started. I'll pause it real quick. We'll be good.
Beautiful.
That was just straight beams. Yeah, thank you, dude. That was sick. All right, we ready? I think I got it.
Yep. Yep.
All right, playing it.
So, with this fight, all I want you to do, actually, you played this really well. I just want you to go to the very last person. So I think it was
Very
the lifeline.
last person where I missed every shot. Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't want to watch this again.
It's okay.
Miss. Okay.
Okay, so back up to right where you are getting ready to push her.
Like right here.
Yep. Okay, so you stim to push her, right?
Yeah.
I want you to pay attention to where you go. So hit play. Okay, so go back to where you pushed again. Okay, so your play right here is you shoot her, you see her. All right, so yeah, just keep it paused for a second. Right now, you have a teammate, right? I think it's yellow. It could be yellow or whatever other color that is.
I think Pathfinder is literally like right behind me on this when I'm looking at
Yes.
the mini-map.
So right now, you see Path shooting him, right? You see that with the whatever blue shots? So that lifeline's getting grilled. So the whole thing right here is when you push, your goal right here is this rock is your best friend, okay? This rock is your entire life right here. I want you to be very conscious right now. If you look at your mini-map, your team is not as with you as you think.
Yeah.
So when you hit play, go ahead. I want you to focus on how overexposed you are during this fight. I don't care about your aim.
Yeah,
I
you
care
can
about how
already
exposed
see
you
it.
are.
I'm like 6 feet away from the rock, and she's
Exactly.
Like right here.
Exactly. So go ahead and press play, and I want you to watch the fight out. I don't care. I'm not worried about your aim here. I know it was just, you know, sometimes it happens. I'm not worried about it. But what I want you to do is when you stim towards her. You stim past the rock, right? This whole time during this fight, you could have been on that rock. You could have been playing the rock. You could have been dodging. You could have even gone as so far as to say, "I'm gonna climb up." Watch when you push her. Go back to right when you're like kind of charging her with your stim. Right here, you could climb up on the rock on the left side, because she's sliding this way to get cover from your team. You could even climb up on the rock and just play the rock the whole time. You know, there's no reason for you to be so overexposed. You have that stim. Remember, use that stim right to the rock. You know, when you're on that rock, play that rock. That rock is your life. And then when you get lifeline down to 20 HP, then you overextend, right? So this whole time, you have this amazing natural cover that you could have been using. You know what I mean? And you know, you're on your ones here too. That's another thing that's really important. You're on your ones here, right? You got your team shooting, you know, back, and at that point, I think it's at about if you look at about 118 on zone, 118 to 1. Actually, it's 117. At 117, watch what your team does here. Watch what your team does here. It's really interesting. So that lifeline was actually shooting back, and then at 117, boom! Now they're pulling up. So hit play and watch what happens to your team right here. They full send, right?
Yeah.
And they're playing the left side of that rock. They're playing the left side. So the whole time that your team does not have an angle on that lifeline when you're fighting. So the better play here is to play the rock on the left side, because that's the direction your team is going, and that way you give your team time to pull up. Of course, you want your kill. You know, you don't want your kill stolen. I get it. But in a pred lobby,
ranked. I just want the point.
exactly,
Give me the assist.
exactly. So in a pred lobby, you know, if that player was a good player, you would have been punished for your mistakes right there. So always play your natural cover. That's a very good spot of where, you know, I can play this rock and I can play it well. Look at how, and even I'm gonna say one more thing and then we'll move on to the next fight, because this is really important too. Go back to when you push again. All right, now all I want you to focus on is the lifeline. Only look at lifeline. I don't care about your shots. I don't care about your team. Nothing else. Just literally just watch the lifeline. Look at how overexposed she's making herself. She's in the middle. So even more of a reason for you to play the rock. If you're on that rock, you have free shots. you know, and God forbid there was a third party there. Look at your health at the end of this fight.
Oh, I know.
So God forbid a third party is on that wall and countdown, right? So the less damage you take, and that's the thing about Apex Ranked. It's not about the damage you dish. It's about the damage you dish while taking the least amount possible, right? So good plays on that. In terms of the earlier fight, I'm not going to cover the earlier fight because I personally, in my opinion, think you played it well. I think you played the height. I think you played for Nox. I think you did the right thing. So I have no notes on the beginning of the fight. The only note was at the end. So go ahead and move on to...
I think there wasn't another fight literally until the very end.
Yep. So...
And my wall bounced out onto the floor. I just saw that.
So actually pause here. So this is interesting. What I want you to look at right here is just basic zone knowledge. So if you pause here, you have recollection of where this zone is, okay? You have an idea of where this zone is. So with this green circle, right, you see that you are literally center zone. Yeah. You have this building. If you look at the building that's furthest to the left, right, this is free. So the decision, and I understand you're going with your team, I'm not discrediting you for that, but the decision to back up all the way to that open area is just not plausible when you can control, you literally have zone control here. You can control rotations. By going in the back, what you ended up doing is that you gave this, the reason you lost at the end is because you gave up the building you're in right now. Your ending fight is the culmination of you giving up this space. You have center zone here. You have the building on your left. This is the time for you to take roof and shoot people that are going to be rotating in nearly 30 seconds, right? Mm-hmm. So you're going to be able to have zone control here, and you need that zone control. By going all the way back, what ended up happening is that you have about, my estimate is 3 squads. I could be wrong, but I would estimate you have 3 squads that are seeing that this whole open, that these buildings are open and they're free to be taken. So by the time that you're here,
when this first fight takes place, there's 6 squads left.
Yep, exactly. So look at the first guy that you're shooting on the right side, right? On that big rock. That there wouldn't be a guy on that big rock had you been taking the building that's in front of you, right? Had you been alphaing up on those buildings. You have this control. You have such phenomenal control, and you're the only team there. So utilize it. You know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to play center zone when you can just run a whole building. You have a caustic. You have a caustic. There's no reason your caustic should be out in the open like this. This is the time to bunker down, take control, center zone. You know, this is the perfect time to do it. And now, so what we're gonna do here is, even though that's my notes prior to this fight, because the fight that you're seeing right now on your VOD, I personally, in my opinion, I don't think this fight would have happened had you taken control of the building that I was pointing out. But with that being said, we're still going to coach it out. So with the cards that you've been given, you see that your caustic is putting down traps on this rock. Okay, so right now you are controlling this rock. Great job. This is your second best option, right? So you're controlling the rock. You're holding your angles close. You want to keep super close-knit angles. Remember, one mistake that I see you make, this is an easy fix, Frags, very easy fix, is make your wall peaks tighter. Tighten it up. Do not overexpose your entire Octane body outside that rock. Quick peeks, duck, you know, play the cover. You know, this is an easy fix. It's so easy that it almost has nothing to do. Thank God it's not your aim. Thank God it's not your tracking. This is just an easy, like, you know, zone knowledge fix. This is just you know, walls and stuff. So right now you see that your Pathfinder is aping. I want you to pause the second you get up to the building. Pause right here, right where you're there, where you're first getting shot. Pause where you're first getting shot.
Okay. Jagos, he's not saying the best offense is a better defense. He's saying that we had the center of the zone, so anyone coming through would have died to us because we had the caustic. So I mean, died or had this weight, they would have died to the ring or fought somebody else. Or
just what the bottom line is, whether you kill them or not, that's not the thing. The thing there is the fact that they're not going to challenge you. They're not going to challenge you when you're on that building like that. You know, if you're breaking people, they have to figure out what buildings to play, not you. You have the best building. So right now, again, I want you to go kind of. I want you to just like pause play, pause play, pause play, like kind of like slowly sort of do it. I want to see where you first get shot
about
in
to
your
happen?
back.
Because it was right after I got red and I just started getting melted. Yeah, it's right here. Oh, that was a shadow. I didn't even realize that he was there. I actually didn't see that until... Oh, too far. Until I just watched his back. Yeah, I never saw this guy when I was in the game. This? I never saw this.
Right. Okay.
I thought it was somewhere down here. Or like over here. I didn't actually
Understood.
see the dude right in front of me. That's crazy.
Understood. Keep going. Keep going. This is good. This is good stuff right here. This is very.
You can
learn a lot
actually,
here.
you can even see that I aimed down sights to shoot at somebody, and then didn't. I was like, oh,
Right.
there's no one there, and just kept like. That's funny.
Just keep
I just
keep
did
playing it
again.
out. But
There's a.
I just
yeah.
gotta.
This
I just
dude's
gotta watch.
So bad.
All right. So right here, you cancel your res, cancel your heals. That was the right decision. I personally think, and this is preference, he was a little far. I think you could have stayed with your flatline there and just kind of like, you know, just sort of did some basic tracking, and I think that would have taken care of it. So right now you get a bat off. You're popping a med kit, and let me watch this out. You're getting scanned, and you're playing this rock. I want you to pay attention to your teammates' health. Okay, your Pathfinder is in shambles.
Yeah, he's
You
gonna
get a
die.
really nice knock here, and with this knock, you're able to. I'm just watching. Sorry. Go ahead and just play it out.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a Bangalore right there that we were gonna laser, and then we didn't. Oh, I didn't realize I got hit by both. I thought I still had half red when I played this right in the game.
I'm watching.
That was nice. I beamed this caustic too. I should have stuck with the
Beautiful.
other
All
guy
right.
first. I would have
All right,
finished
so
him. He was full health, or he didn't have any shields. Actually,
Okay,
so I
so-
die right here. We would have been top 3 had I killed the first guy instead of switching to the caustic.
Okay, so a few notes. Go back to the first knock, the first initial knock that you get.
The Loba?
I think it was Loba.
Is it before or after I popped? Yeah, after this medkit, it's Loba. This one.
The one, yes, right here.
This poor girl. She had no idea.
So yeah, go ahead and play it out, and then right after you kill her, pause. Okay, so right now pause right after you knock her.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There we go.
Okay, so you knock her here, right? So a few things I want you to look at. I want you to look at zone. Okay, yeah, this is there's three things that I want to point out to you right now that should be on your mind. The first thing is that you get this knock. Your caustic, right, is to your left. Okay, your caustic is to your left, and you also have pre-made traps from your caustic to your north. So right after you get this knock, you turn left. Okay, you go to your caustic. The better play here is actually just pushing the knock and playing the rock that you just knocked that guy on. Immediately playing that rock, because what's going to happen is right now you have round 4 closing. What that means is any people edge zone are going to push people in zone closer to you. So let me just say that again so you understand. Anybody that's edge zone is going to be pulling up to the zone, and then the people that are in zone are going to be pushing harder to center. So you don't want to be exposed here. So your play here is to get that knock, go thirst that kill. Go thirst that kill. There's nobody near you. Get that knock, thirst the kill, you have loot, and then you play that rock. You play around your caustic. The reason you don't have to worry about your caustic as much right now is because he has traps set up. He was smart enough to put traps on that rock that he's at, and at any point you could easily peek over this rock that you knock him on and just give him cover fire. So go ahead and play this out and you'll see what I'm saying. So just watch when you play this out what happens to you. So you push left here, right?
Someone beamed me.
And then you're so overexposed. So imagine if you were just on that rock that I was talking about, the one that you just now
I'm
went
on
to.
right now.
Imagine what you wouldn't have been exposed there. Keep playing it out. This is where it gets really interesting. So really where it gets really interesting. Because I truly, from the bottom of my heart, believe you could have won this game. So right now your Pathfinder's out. Your Caustic just got knocked. So right here, you get that knock. You're still playing aggressively. This is good, okay? This is how I would play it. So right after you get that knock on Hey It's Jerbear, you look to the Bloodhound, and you actually go down here. So I want you to go back 2 knocks. Let's slow this down here because this is very interesting.
Okay, back up. We'll go right there. That's good.
Okay. So right now you're getting bang ulted, correct? Getting bang ulted. You reload. You're playing your height. This is good. You're dishing out shots. You get that knock right there. You now peek to your left, and you get this second knock. Right after this knock on Jerbear, you're popping a bat. Done. Right there. Right in that crevice, you're popping a bat. Okay? It doesn't matter about... It doesn't... This Bloodhound was very lost. I truly believe you could have gotten a bat off. That's just my personal opinion. Now, let's go over option 2, because there is a different option here. So you knock Jerbear. Pause right after you knock Jerbear. Okay, so you... Yep, so you knock Jerbear. Look north here. You have 1:30 seconds, and you have traps at the north. You have caustic traps. You have a Q. You have a jump pad. You can even get out. There is teams that are also shooting the Bloodhound. You're not in a 1v3 right now. You're in a 1v3, v2, v whatever. You know what I mean? You have a lot of people shooting right now. So disengaging at this point is not too bad of an issue. It's a plausible play. You can stim. I mean, you move so fast. You stim behind that caustic trap that's set up behind the fence. You get a bat off. You're still 100. You're about 115 HP right here, right?
Yeah.
So you're not terrible. You're not the worst, okay? In my personal opinion, I think that right after you knock Jerbear, you go for that bat. You sit right in that crevice and you go for that bat. Okay, that's my personal opinion. If that it seemed a little, and let's watch this back just one more time if you don't mind, because this is actually a very interesting fight. This whole fight is
so convinced I could have killed this person had I just stuck with it, and I could have killed the caustic at the same time.
Most likely, honestly.
And that would have been top 3. And I don't think the Bloodhound was on that team, so it would have been a new adventure altogether.
So yeah, you go back to go back to the initial knock again. I want to see this whole play. Yeah, go back to the Loba. Let me just watch this whole play just sort of play out. Excuse me. Okay, so you see the Loba, you're full health. You also got a caustic that's full health. You knock that Loba. Your play right there is to push that rock. You got scanned by the Bloodhound. You're a little overexposed here. You got a bang ult. That doesn't help your cards here. So what do? You climb up in order to try to avoid the bang ult. It's viable. It's valid.
It didn't work.
It's valid. Got a knocked Pathfinder. Unfortunately, that guy got a shot off. Honestly, after you knocked Thornier Spider, the one that was shooting your caustic,
yeah,
you could have gotten a bat off.
Yeah,
I think you could have gotten a bat off. I think that would have been even more viable than the Bloodhound, right? You're playing with 225 HP. All the HP that you have matters, right? So getting even a sell off, an extra 25 health, is huge, and it's so this is important to how you win the game. Okay, so overall, I think you're doing really good. I want you to this is what I want you to practice for next week. This is really important to me.
Okay.
I want you to practice your wall peaks. I want you to keep your peaks tight. Keep it tight. I want you to play walls, angles, rocks, buildings, structures, pipes, boxes. I want you to play those super tight. Your Octane. If you need to move to another one, stim to the other one, play the wall. All right? Don't go super out in the open. Your jump pad. Be creative. You have so much room for creativity here. Take different angles. Take the balcony. Take the height. Help your team. Don't shoot from the same place that you just shot from. This is you have so much creativity with this jump pad. Use it. Don't be afraid to use this jump pad mid freaking fight, man. Use it mid freaking fight. Take a higher angle. Shoot down on your team. You have the ability to reposition so fast, so utilize that. You have all the tools in the world in order for you to play. You have the ability right now with the legend that you have chosen to play so fast. So do it. Play fast, you know? Take your angles, take your positions, keep your wall peaks super tight, stay creative. You know, ask yourself before you go into the fights, after you go into fights, ask yourself, is this predictable? If I was somebody on the other team and I was looking at frags play, if I saw frags in my game, are you an easy target? Are you a free kill? Are you playing your angles right? How do you look to the enemy? Ask yourself those questions. How do I look right now? Am I free? You know, can I get back to my team? What teammates am I playing with? Do I have a caustic? Can I play buildings? Do I have a pathfinder? Can I take height? I have my jump pad. How can I utilize that? And also play your freaking zones and alpha up. You have a great shot. You have good tracking. You have a good shot. You have good tracking. Utilize that. You have that gift that you have been given in order to help your team. So play your angles. Do not shy down from free buildings. You had a caustic there. You could have been that building the whole time, and that game would have been won. Yeah. So play your angles, and you got this. I'm telling you, you have great shots. You have great tracking. You have good game sense. You need to what you think in your mind that is the play. It generally is, but what you have to train your mind to do is, how can I tighten this up? How can I get it so tight that you need to be unshootable. Remember, ranked is about not only the damage that you deal, but almost how much you take. You know, you owe it to your team as a red armor Octane with 225 HP to stay up and hold your angles. You need that support, you know? So this is incredible. You did a phenomenal job. I want you to just practice. I want you to be conscious of where you're playing at. You got this. I'm telling you, you got this. You just got to tighten it up. Slow it down. Remember, I want you to start using Octane as defensive. What does that mean? If you're being shot, take a different angle. Remember, when you're out in the open like that, super out in the open, I forget what it was. I think it was North Fragment, when you were just running out. Yep. Stem from rock to rock. This is my rock. I'm going to cover. I'm going to analyze the situation. Move on to the next rock. Stem to that rock. You run so freaking fast, faster than Bloodhound when he's in his ult. You know, utilize that. How can I take these angles? Should I climb here? Should I take this balcony? Is this predictable? You know, all those things are going to be a culmination of your success, not only playing ranked, but just fragging out, dropping those 20 bombs that you want to drop, you know, dropping those high damage games. You know, these angles are going to be so crucial in order for your growth as a player in this game. So, and you're also, I'm going to reiterate this just one more time so you understand, you're playing a game that has some of the most creative movement that first-person shooter has ever seen. So you are doing yourself a disservice as the most this isn't even a word. Exactly, to not move. So utilize that, bro. You're doing so good. I'm proud of you. You're getting good games, and I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna say this because it's really important. You should be, if there's anything that you could take from this where you're like, this is so good, the good about you is that you have your aiming and tracking down. There's a lot of people where that is the first important. Aiming comes before movement. So your issues right now are just game sense issues, and the best thing about game sense issues is that those are fixable. Those are so in there easy. I want you to, you know, before bed tonight, rewatch this VOD. Rewatch what I say, you know, and just get it, kind of grill it in your head, because you just played 3 games here. You had about 6 fights where I was able to break it down, and these are just little things, man, little things, and this is tweakable. So I want you to take this week. I want you to work on those things, and then when we come next week, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it a step further. Okay, so we're gonna analyze even deeper next week. We're gonna get into fights. I'm gonna get you to a point where you're going to be more comfortable with 1v3, okay? So I want you to I want you to sort of get comfortable with that. But I mean, listen, if there's cover, I want you to take that cover. I want you to play those natural cover that you've been given.
Awesome.
Super important. But you are the man. You did great. I honestly don't have any other notes. And just rewatch this. Everybody to Frags' chat. Hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. Thank you for welcoming me. And yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Just means the world. Thank you so much,
We'll
man.
see you next week. No problem, dude. I appreciate
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right. You too.